All right, you guys, so TTV Network, like, share, and subscribe. And let's get right into this, man. I want to talk about Donald J. Trump and the fact that he could face potential impeachment with this Maureen Comey situation. And they're not giving an exact reason why Donald Trump's DOJ have fired her. We already know about his beef with her father and that whole situation that kicked up dust when her father investigated him over the entire Russia situation. And so now her getting fired, her being the daughter of her father, and Trump having that beef, and this entire Epstein thing that's come up, and Maureen Comey's linked to Epstein, and Ghislaine Maxwell, her being the lead on those investigations, one of the leads. So, yes, a president can potentially face consequences for abusing power by firing government officials due to personal vendettas. But mechanisms and likelihood depend on the context and legal framework of this. Now, impeachment, the U.S. Constitution allows the Congress to impeach and remove a president for high crimes and misdemeanors, which can include abuse of power. Firing officials for personal vendettas could be constructed as such, especially if it undermines, let me read this again, especially if it undermines, right? Listen what I'm saying to y'all, the rule of law or public interest. For example, during Trump's first impeachment in 2019, his firing of officials like Ambassador Marie Yovanovitch was cited as evidence of abuse of power, though he was acquitted by the Senate. Now, legal accountability. If the firing violates specific laws, such as civil service protections or anti-retaliation statutes, i.e. firing whistleblowers and things like that, the president could face legal challenges. However, the president has a broad constitutional authority to fire certain officials, particularly political appointees, which complicates legal recourse. For career civil servants like Maureen Comey, firings must typically follow due process, and improper dismissal could lead to lawsuits or investigations. Obstruction of justice. If the firing is intended to interfere with an ongoing investigation or judicial process, it could be investigated as obstruction of justice. For instance, Trump's firing of James Comey in 2017 was examined by special counsel Robert Mueller for potential obstruction, though no charges were filed. Now, political consequences. Even if legal punishment is avoided, such actions can lead to significant political backlash, including loss of public support, media scrutiny for damage to the president's party in elections. Posts online and web reports suggest that public debate over Maureen Comey's firing, with some viewing it as politically motivated, which could fuel criticism of Trump, and practical limitations. Proving a firing was due to a personal vendetta is challenging, as presidents can often cite alternative justifications. For an example, performance or policy differences. The Supreme Court has upheld the president's broad authority over executive branch personnel, limiting legal remedies unless clear evidence of illegal intent exists. Now, in Maureen Comey's case, her firing today has been linked to Trump's animosity towards her father. While this raises questions about abuse of power, no concrete evidence from available sources confirms it was solely a personal vendetta, and the Justice Department has not commented officially. Now, congressional oversight or public pressure could prompt further scrutiny, but as of now, no formal punishment has been reported. If new evidence emerges, mechanisms like investigations or lawsuits could come into play, though political and legal hurdles often limit accountability. So really, Trump, I think they probably did their homework around this, thinking that, hey man, look, they're gonna have to get him dead to rights in order to get him on this. But it is possible. If they can prove it, you know what I'm saying? I'm just telling y'all, they're gonna have to be able to prove it. If they can prove it, then Trump is in trouble. It damn sure seems like that. It damn sure seems like this is one of those situations. It seems like this is one of those situations where you looking deep into this thing. You know what I mean? But here's the thing. Once again, it's only what you can prove. It ain't about what you think. It's about what you can prove in that court of law. So when you ask these questions, you have to ask again, can they prove it? Can they prove that Donald J. Trump, did to do. Can they prove it? You know, again, it's not about what you think. I'm going to say it again. It's not about what we think. It's not about what we want to think. It's about what you can prove, ladies and gentlemen. What can you prove? Can you prove it? And those are the things that are going to be, you know, the most looked at. Let's just put it like that. That's going to be the most looked at. Can they prove it? And so that's going to be something, in my opinion, that a lot of people are going to be paying very close attention to, is the burden and level of proof in these situations. So I advise everybody to just look at that aspect of it, because to me, that's what it's going to come down to. Y'all let me know what y'all feeling. Let me know what y'all thinking about this, man. And do y'all think it was foul play involved? You know, in his firing her, you know? I mean, wow. You can't say, hey, man, he did it because the case didn't go through. Or could he say, or could they try to say, oh, she brought a bad case, he fired her because of that? He could try to use that excuse. I mean, it's 1,000 things he could potentially come up with. But if they can nail him, yes, it is an impeachable offense for everybody who's asking me. So this is why I did this video, to respond to all y'all that was asking me about that question. Yes, it is an impeachable offense. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Like, share, and subscribe. Salute to everybody tapping on in. Y'all already know what it is, man. I'm gone. Hey, I really appreciate you guys for supporting the channel, supporting the network. Like, share, and subscribe. Once again, there are links. Get the free membership on our website. That way you guys won't miss any of our news update stories or videos. They're all on the website, ticketvmedia.com. You go over there. You can go right to the members part and become a free member. That way you guys will get all the updates. Also, straight drop weight loss formula. Make sure y'all go tap in and copy some of that, as well as subscribing to our podcast show. Link will be pinned at the top of the chat down there below. And also, we just appreciate all y'all who support the channel. Cash App, PayPal.